to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the UCF Knights, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He never had a chance to get it to the edge in first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Floats it out in space. Smashes through the tackle. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Power football with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban Field on 3rd down. Got a little space. They finally rush wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And RD, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Reads it, fires complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Got the back over the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I love running the angle route, whether it's on first down, second down, third down. It's a really good route. It's a safe route. Just takes a little bit of timing over the middle of the field. But, hey, again, getting it to a playmaker in space, always winning.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Now the play fake. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback, he's just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabs it in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
I love the aggressive nature in the play column there. The opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it. They score a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. It's Russell. Caught. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To go up top. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Sweep to the right. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39, and it'll be 4th down.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss.
A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Finds him out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Dyer. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's small. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. To the air, it's Dyer. Looking left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 10. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, 1st and goal.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for this offense. They'll try to power it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. He'll ride his man on the option. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone. And they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
And he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Gets it out fast. At the 45 on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They're working that left side. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown time!
It's just so nice to have a signal who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Dyer. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. He goes off of his first target. You can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Pulls and fires complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Calls his own number. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field? But the gamble paid off.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Just a short pass to the tight end. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Using his feet. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to get the corner. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The kick is on its way. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. The short hands, it's Meadows. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They want to throw it. Makes the grab. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Looking downfield on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. See a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's small. Caught near the sticks, it's Dyer. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Dyer. He lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back.
I love when people start to understand what they're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's the way they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Turning it on! He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Knights will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Tide offense rolls onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Russell. Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Lost to throw again. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Jones. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Russell. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, it's nice to have a weapon like that. A receiver playing running back. A guy that you feel so comfortable with that you can slip him out of the backfield, let him run that angle. He sticks his foot in the ground, creates separation, and makes a big play for this offense. Nice versatility by the running back.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Hauls it in. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Fighting off the defender.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Some fresh air. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The Knights in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Offense gets set for second down. This is a designed run. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Got it behind the line. It's Rasmussen.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Got enough space. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, UCF! UCF!
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 11 over Cincinnati. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll leave it with him. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the air, it's Russell. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jones. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you've got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
I love the QB where he holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Looking to throw on 1st down. On the run, still looking. He'll let it go to the left. Touchdown, Alabama! They move on top here in the 4th.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the returner will be brought down. back to work. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, putting in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
So now it's 2nd and long. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Off play action. Quick completion on the out route. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep him coming.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snap again. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Pressure coming. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Freeman. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, going at 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Looking to scramble. Uncorks one to the middle. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
What a great call on defense. Perfect coverage for what the offense had dialed up. They're able to get the pick, and now they set their offense up with an opportunity to drive the field and at least tie this one up.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air on first down. Punch it out of the air.
I got to tell you, I love the thought on offense. You want to get one of the fastest players in the country the ball in space, see if he can break one, make you a big play in a 2-minute situation. That's just a better job tackling by the defense. They practiced that all week, and it shows up big here late.
Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Dumps it off in the flats. Got room at the 35. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Now on the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knights!
How about the offense in that situation to come up so big? The place is going bananas. It's so hard to hear. It's so hard to execute. And you just put 6 on the board and have a chance to kick this PAT and tie the game.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And that's going to do it. That's going to be all. That's going to do it. What a play. Great job in execution. You get the touchdown. No ticks left. It's like a dream. And they're going to walk out of here with the win.
When you dream of these scenarios, you never think the touchdown comes with